Sometimes I cut out pages from my junk journal. You might have seen me use some of these cut out pages as collage in my other videos. I really like how the text and the images can work in a piece. So I was flicking through this junk journal, seeing if there's a page that jumped out at me to be worked on today. And in fact, this little tab left over from a cutout page kind of did. And whilst I was flicking through the book, I also spotted a great illustration of a building, and that caught my eye, and I thought, this is a journal page idea beginning to form. So let's take this picture, and I'm going to do it so that I'm leaving another tab for another piece, and I'm going to move it over to that other page. These little tabs are perfect for adding in bits and pieces to your journal. That's why I try to cut out pages a little bit away from the spine. And I'm sure you know yourself that when you tear them out or you cut them too close to the spine, it tends to mean that the partner page will become loose. But doing it this way gives you loads of different options. Now I'm going to attach the picture with some washi tape and make a shaped page with it. And I'll then, in effect, have 3 areas to work on for this piece. So let's see how it turns out. I have a part architectural theme going on in my head at the moment, but it hasn't really got any form at this point other than that one illustration. I really don't know what I'm going to do, so I add some of the leftover pieces of paper to that intact page, and just haphazardly, so there's no real eye on placement here. They're just going anywhere that I feel like at the time. I also add a little bit of some of that washi tape as well, so we've got a continuation from where I've attached it to the tab onto this page as well. Now I do like the blues that are already on this page, but not enough to keep them in place. I'm going to let the illustration dictate my colour scheme, so the buff and the white will really neutralise that blue. But I don't want to completely cover it up. It's kind of nice to have a little bit of variation in the colours here and there. As always, you will find a list of everything that I've used today in the description under the video, so just press the show more button or the triangle if you're on mobile, and you'll find the colours that I've used listed there as well. Well, not the original blue paint that was first on the page, as I'm not really sure what that was now, but everything else is listed. I like how the paint doesn't go to the edges, so you can see what was there before. And using the palette knife to apply the paint has really helped to do this, and it's kept it quite jagged and has meant that I've not covered that whole page up. It also means that I can vary the thickness of the paint in different areas, so some places you've got white peeking through where I've scraped back a bit, and in other places it's more buff. And to keep a semblance of consistency and keep the shaped page looking as if it's meant to be part of the piece and not just an add-on, I'm going to repeat that paint colour on it, and hopefully that will help harmonise the pages together, but we'll see that more clearly at the end. I'm going to let this piece grow in front of you just as it grew in front of me, so I'll put some music on for you, but I will be back to point out any key aspects. many of you might recognise these geometric shapes. I've been drawing them on and off now for a while, and I've shared some of them over on my Instagram feed, so if you haven't seen them, go and check them out there. I'm a little bit obsessed about them at the moment, and I thought they would just work really nicely here. And whilst we're talking about Instagram, thank you everyone who voted in my stories about how long this video should be. So for those of you who missed that post, this project took around about over an hour to do, not including the drying times. So when I looked at the footage I had, there was over an hour, 15 minutes of it. So I asked over on Instagram if people wanted this video to be 10 minutes long or perhaps 20 minutes long. And the 10-minuters, you won. But it was pretty much neck and neck and not much in it. So you know me, I like to experiment with everything I do, and that includes also how long my videos should be. Of course, I'm happy to hear what you think the perfect video length is, so do let me know in the comments below. And whilst you're at it as well, if you are enjoying this video, then please do like it and share it with your creative friends. And for you guys who aren't already one of my subscribers, it would be great to have you on board. So do subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss my next art tips, tutorials and inspiration video. Okay, so I don't want to completely influence how you see this piece, but I can't help but point out a couple of the aspects. There are some nice happenstance things going on here. For instance, I did not read that old book page piece that I put in when I put it in, but the wording just seems to fit really well. Kind of one of those weird things. The most notable bit says, if you can't see it, her own trinkets had gone in masses. Which I don't know why, I think that kind of works. And the small drawing of the woman, it's kind of been hanging around on my work desk now for a few months. And she's almost been included in a few of my other pieces, and you may even have spotted her on my desk in some of my other videos. But it was this piece that she finally ended up in, and I'm really glad she did. I like the way she works with that front page, and how you have to open it up to see her. It's a little bit like opening up a doll's house. Anyway, that's how it feels to me. It's fun to make these little discoveries as you work along, and I hope that you have lots of fun with your own art discoveries today. If you aren't sure about anything or have any questions, then please do just ask in the comments. I will be back in a few days' time. In the meantime, here are some more art inspiration videos for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I'll see you at our next arty catch-up.